A $40 million mansion in one of the richest zip codes, and it's still sitting empty. No buyers, no tenants, no offers that stick. So what's the real reason this mega mansion can't move? Bad timing, bad design, or something the listing doesn't want you to notice? Stay to the end because the why is way deeper than just it's overpriced. All right, quick context. This isn't just a pricey house. This is a full-blown trophy property. The kind that gets drone shots, glossy staging, and a comment section that turns into a battlefield. And yet, it's empty. Today I'm breaking down why people think it's empty, the real reasons ultra-luxury homes get stuck, the hidden mansion math most people don't know, and what would actually need to change for this place to finally sell. And don't worry, this won't be a boring real estate lecture. This is the story of how a $40 million dream can turn into a very expensive problem. First, let's talk about the number itself. $40 million. Even in luxury markets, that number hits different. Because at $40 M, you're not selling a bigger house. You're selling a completely different category of life. At $5 million, you're selling to high earners, business owners, doctors, athletes, founders. At $10 million, you're selling to serious wealth, often cash-heavy, often global. But at $40 million, the buyer pool becomes tiny, like microscopic. And here's the first truth people miss. At $40 M, you're not competing with other houses. You're competing with everything else $40 M can buy. That same buyer can choose a penthouse in a top global city, a beachfront estate with private sand, a ranch with hundreds of acres, a low-tax compound in another state, or 3 different properties across 3 different countries. So when a mega mansion sits empty, it's not always because nobody has money. It's because the few people who can buy it don't need it. Now let's address the most common comment. Overpriced. Drop the price and it sells tomorrow. Sometimes that's true. But luxury pricing is weird, because at this level, overpriced can actually be a strategy until it backfires. A lot of sellers list high because they want one of 3 things. 1, a trophy price like a headline sale. 2, a very specific status buyer. 3, a make-me-move offer, meaning they don't actually need to sell. But here's the problem. If it sits too long, the property goes stale. And stale in luxury doesn't mean ignored. Stale means suspicious. Buyers start asking, what's wrong with it? Is there a lawsuit, bad construction, terrible neighbors, noise issues, insurance problems, permit issues, hidden damage? Or is it just a money pit disguised as a dream? Even if none of that is true, time on market creates a story. And stories kill deals at $40 million. Now that's where the mystery really starts. Because some mansions are built to impress on camera, but not to live in. A viral mansion is built for shock value. Giant ceilings, endless white marble, glass walls, floating stairs, hotel lobby living rooms, a theater the size of an apartment, a nightclub room, a 20-car garage, and some water feature that looks insane but costs a fortune to maintain. But the real $40 M buyer isn't asking, is it cool? They're asking, does it work? They ask things like, how does it feel at night? Is it warm or does it feel like a museum? Does the floor plan make sense when you're not filming? Where does staff move without being in everyone's space? Can I host without chaos? Do I have privacy from neighbors, roads, and drones? How secure is it? Where's the service entrance? Is there a proper family wing or is it one giant echo chamber? Because here's the brutal truth. A house can look like a music video set and still be a nightmare to actually live in. And that's how you get a place that's the most insane house you've ever seen. But it still can't sell. Now let's talk about the part nobody glamorizes, carrying costs. Because empty doesn't mean free. It means it's costing money every single day. At $40 million, the burn rate can be shocking. Property taxes, insurance, landscaping, security, pool and water feature maintenance, utilities, even when it's empty, repairs, replacements, and constant presentation costs just to keep it show-ready. And some of these houses have systems so complex that if you don't maintain them, they start breaking themselves. Humidity changes, seals dry out, pumps clog, sensors fail, HVAC issues pop up, leaks happen. A mega mansion is like a yacht, beautiful, expensive, and it hates being ignored. So the longer it sits, the more it bleeds. And the more it bleeds, the more pressure builds. Then something else happens. The seller starts looking stubborn. Buyers start thinking they can lowball. Lowball offers come in. The seller refuses, and the cycle continues. Now let's talk about the biggest reason of all, the buyer profile. At $40 M, buyers usually fall into a few groups. The trophy collector wants something iconic. The privacy buyer wants land and distance and security. The international buyer wants stability, lifestyle, and a base. The family legacy buyer wants a home for decades. The investor type wants value protection and a clean exit strategy. Here's the question. Does this mansion clearly fit one of those buyer types? Because what happens with many mega mansions is this. They're built by developers chasing features that go viral. So the home becomes a highlight reel. But the real buyer doesn't want a highlight reel. They want a fit. If it's not, the most private, the best view, the most land, the most iconic architecture, the best location, the best security, the best legacy feel, or the best resale, then it becomes the worst position possible, spectacular, but not irreplaceable. And not irreplaceable is deadly at $40 million. Now another myth in the comments is, if you can afford $40 you don't care about money. That is completely wrong. Ultra-wealthy buyers can be the most value-sensitive buyers on earth because they didn't get wealthy by making sloppy purchases. They'll negotiate hard, they'll run inspections, they'll check permits, they'll study comps. They'll ask about insurance and risk. They'll look at the exit plan. They're not thinking, can I buy it? They're thinking, should I buy this? Now let's get into the invisible reasons a mansion gets stuck, things you don't see in the listing photos. 1. Location micro problems. A house can be in a great city but in the wrong spot, near a loud road, under a flight path, too exposed, bad traffic, awkward driveway, bad privacy. 2. Design choices that age fast. Trendy can turn into outdated quickly. Ultra-white minimal interiors can feel cold. Huge open spaces can feel echoey and empty. Odd layouts can make furniture placement miserable. 3. Maintenance complexity. The more custom the house, the harder it is to keep perfect. And at $40 almost perfect feels like failure. 4. Insurance or environmental risk. In some areas, wildfire zones, flood concerns, storms, landslides. If insurance is painful or insanely expensive, buyers hesitate fast. 5. The seller's story. Buyers don't just buy property, they buy the process. If the sale looks complicated, emotional, or messy, wealthy buyers often walk. Not because they're scared, because they have other options. Now, why does this topic trend so hard? Because it hits 3 triggers at once. 1. Price shock. People can't believe it exists. 2. Judgment. Everyone wants to rate it. Tacky. Soulless. Too much marble. I'd change everything. 3. Debate. Pricing turns into a fight about wealth, fairness, and status without anyone admitting that's what they're arguing about. So the mansion becomes more than a house. It becomes a symbol, and symbols create comments. Now, what would actually fix it? Option 1, price repositioning. Not a tiny discount, a real reposition. Sometimes going from $40 to $35 is losing. It's entering a bigger buyer pool overnight. Option 2, rebranding. Luxury isn't just features, it's identity. Market it as a wellness retreat estate, a private sanctuary, a turnkey entertainer's resort, or an ultra-secure compound. The words matter because the buyer identity matters. Option 3, strategic upgrades, not random remodeling, targeted changes. Warmth, lighting, landscaping for privacy, better acoustics, simplifying tech, converting useless wow rooms into livable spaces. Option 4, a high-end lease or rent-to-own style arrangement. Some sellers hate this idea, but it can cover carrying costs and attract a buyer who wants to test drive the home. Option 5, timing. Ultra-luxury markets freeze and unfreeze with interest rates, taxes, stock cycles, and global uncertainty. Sometimes the buyer isn't gone, they're waiting. So why is this $40 million mansion still empty? It's usually not one dramatic reason, it's a stack of problems. The buyer pool is tiny. The home competes with global options. Time on market creates suspicion. Carrying costs create pressure. The design might be impressive but not livable. The price might be a strategy that stopped working. And it might not be irreplaceable enough for its number. Now I want you to tell me this. Is it actually overpriced? Or is the market just allergic to mega mansions right now? And if you were the buyer, would you rather have one $40 million mansion or 3 properties in 3 different places? Drop your answer in the comments, because honestly, the comment section is the real show. If you want more breakdowns like this, why luxury homes sit, why they sell, and what the listing photos never show, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.